Welcome to our kitchen. Once again, easily one of the most craveable dishes, Hainan style chicken. Everyone seems to be like really into this dish right now. I think its simplicity is what sells it. I mean, who doesn't love a perfectly poached chicken with fatty, unctuous rice and a sharp, salty, gingery dipping sauce? It just seems to be made in heaven. The techniques involved in cooking it, while they're super, super easy and super, super simple, most people don't know. So today, we're gonna demystify the whole thing. Poaching the chicken starts with chicken stock, and I have some warming right here. I'm going to throw in some chopped scallion, our sliced ginger, garlic cloves, and our star anise buds and cinnamon. What those are gonna do is combine to aromatize the broth and put the flavors of all those ingredients into every single bite of our chicken. I can put the chicken in when I start to see steam. One of our metrics for this recipe is we're gonna boil this chicken for a length of time, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes, depending on how big your chicken is. This one, I'm gonna go about 5 minutes, then put the lid on it, count to 60 so we make sure we have our thermal momentum, everything is boiled, and turn it off and just let it sit for 90 minutes. The forced boiling at the beginning will help start to melt the fat, get the thermal momentum going. It'll start to cook the inside and the outside, and then gradually over the course of the next 90 minutes, that chicken is going to cook all the way through. And in the meantime, we're gonna make our dipping sauces. This sauce is so easy, but so important. Chopped scallions, grated ginger, teaspoon of salt. Keep this in the fridge for as long as you possibly can, because you end up using it on everything. This sauce with a simple piece of grilled meat, fish, or veg is a dynamite dinner. I just want to make sure this is hot enough. We're not trying to fry this. We're just going to heat it and pull all the flavor out of it. Stir that around, let that cool to room temperature, and then refrigerate it. This is a soy and ginger scallion dipping sauce, and I love it because I sort of based it off of the ginger scallion sauce. Although instead of a cooked sauce, this is a resting sauce. It just infuses its flavor together. You let this sit in the fridge or at room temperature for an hour before serving, it's perfect. When I have a lot of this left over, I use it as a marinade for chicken. Transforms your life. Minced cilantro, soy, brown sugar, so we have the sweet and salty. And then my star ingredient, which is yuzu koshu. This is a Japanese citrus, yuzu, mixed with salt and chili. And we have a teaspoon, and we're gonna stir that in too. Very complex flavoring, great for dipping things into. So here's another great sauce that uses toasted sesame oil, garlic. Out of habit, I always put my garlic on one side that I pour my oil in. And the reason is I want the garlic to cook and get that sweetness. All the other stuff I'm fine with, but I wanna make sure that garlic gets that yummy, soft sweetness. Szechuan peppercorns, dried hot chilies. And I always try to hit my garlic first. At this point, the sauce can be used, but it's not perfect. You let this cool and let it sit for about an hour, and all of those wonderful chili and Szechuan peppercorn oils will come out into it. So there we have our 3 dipping sauces. Our chicken has been boiling for 5 minutes. We're just gonna turn it off. I'm gonna let it sit for 90 minutes. If everything goes right, this will be the Hainan style chicken of your dreams. This is such an amazing technique. It just works so perfectly. And everyone's always worried about a moist, delicious, juicy chicken, and this is a guaranteed way to get that. One of the things that I want to do most with this is use the chicken fat to season my rice. Moisten the inside of a cup with your chicken fat. Take your warm rice and just place it off center. I want a little more chicken fat on there. So you just drizzle real slow. and season it. I'm gonna decorate the top of this with some scallion. This was cooked so perfectly, chicken stock is just running everywhere. Beautiful. We're eating this with chopsticks, right? So let's make nice slices with our boneless breast. That right there is the tip of the breast. I can't imagine a piece on the bird that's drier. And look what happened. You can see the glistening moisture on there because that was just cooked by the absorption of the heat as it rested in the boiling stock. And what I usually do, put 3 slices there. Got some beautiful Chinese garlic chives. You can throw that in there. You can use scallion. You can use conventional chive. But just to throw a little color on there. Every time I do this technique, I'm more and more stunned at how it works. And that more people don't do it. And that more people don't poach a chicken. Because if you buy a really tasty bird at the farmer's market, poached chicken is delightful.